Hello there, fellow chainlings of the Chainling Army. Welcome. I'm the Gaming Chainling Storm, and welcome to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now, I know this has been out for over a year now, and the most recent thing we got here is called the Classic Mode. Now, I will actually play the Classic Mode at some point in time. Also, like the randomizer mode, which is basically everything is randomized. I want to check things here just to make certain that the full screen. Right, is pretty good there. Things set to good. I'm gonna set the voice language to Japanese. Just for obvious reasons. And I'm also going to, I'll throw that on for now. And I'm gonna actually turn this to, oh wow, you can change it to all sorts of colors. But I'm gonna turn it to black.
Bloodstained. 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 Bloodstained.
Bloodstained. That's pretty good. I want to make certain that you can at least hear my voice as well as also the game itself. Also, of course, there's also these things here. Oh yeah, the other thing is that you can play as Bloodless now. Oh, and that Miriam thing, that's for a randomizer. Now, gotta get my phone here real quick. Charger stays put on it. There are passwords that you can put into this. Now, I'm gonna recite. I'm not gonna put in every single one, but each one does its own thing. Nightmare will unlock hard nightmare modes from the beginning. Big head is what you think it is, big head mode. You also get some weapons: a Dominus, Game Sack Strip, Dungeonite Sword, Clockwork Blade, Darkness Descends, Syrian Slicer, Bind Sword, final hour. You can also put an egg farm for the Guardian Egg Helm, which, yes, everybody probably already knows where that's from, which is, well, obvious. And that's Proton John Singh. Lieutenant Capri San Singh is the Dumpling Helmet. Sucker Conroy is the Space Helmet. Jarvis Moore, which I have no idea who that is, gives you the Omega 64 helmet. Awesome Video Games give you something called the Big Mustache. Warfighter gives you the Bath mask. Team Fact gives you a kind of funny mask. Swimming Birds gives you the Plague Doctor face. And if you put an Eagle Raptor or Grump, you get the Hey I'm a Grump, I'm not so Grump accessories. Now, I'm just pretty well for, well, that with, I'm gonna be putting in egg farm. Now, did you just hear that? That nice little jingle? That means that I put it in correctly. Also, you may notice that there are two characters there, Miriam and Zengetsu. Zengetsu is a new mode in this. However, I'm playing as Miriam on normal difficulty. I also have Remod Trainer on standby, though I'm only going to be using that for maybe one specific thing. Maybe two, I don't know.
産業革命による時代の変化は人々の価値観をも大きく変化させた。それは精神文化の衰退を意味していた。1783年、ラキ火山の噴火によりヨーロッパ全土が暗闇に覆われていたその時、闇に紛れるかのようにイギリスの一部の都市で大量の悪魔があふれ出したのである。それは止める者の心変わりにより既得権益を失うことを恐れた錬金術師たちによる暴走だった。彼らは自らの秘術で作り出した悪魔の力と同調する結晶を移植した人間、シャードリンカーを生贄としてこの世に大量の悪魔を召喚させたのだ。人々を巻き添えにしたその動乱は教会の力によって鎮められたが、支払った代償はあまりにも大きすぎた。一方、全て死んだと思われていたシャードリンカーであったが、悪魔召喚の儀式の中で唯一奇跡的に生き残った青年、ジーベル。儀式の直前に謎の眠りに落ち、儀式を免れた少女、ミリアム。この2名だけがかろうじて悲劇を逃れていたのであった。それから10年の月日が流れ、人々が全てを忘れ去った頃、また再び悪魔が城と共に現れる。時を同じくして眠りから目覚めたミリアム。その血塗られた儀式がジーベルの仕業と知った彼女は、錬金術師ヨハネスと共にその呪われた城へと赴く。運命を乗せた船はその時をただ待つのみであった。
And there she is.
ねえヨハネス、本当にジーベルが悪魔を？
それは間違いない、ミリアム。
Now, of course, some of the actual I'm gonna start right here, but this is a Japanese voice acting. If you did the English voice acting, you might recognize some of the voice actors here. There is actually one voice actor that I know of specifically that is going to be doing a character that will meet up as the second boss. By the way, there is actually a nice little reward if you manage to get the bosses, like defeat the bosses without taking any damage. By doing so, you just get a medal with their name on it. It's more like kind of if you're going to be fighting the boss and get no damage done whatsoever. On top of that, I am going to be farming each enemy for their swords. I'll explain what that is. And there's going to be a lot, and I mean a lot of references to other games of Castlevania. Essentially, what this was essentially Mr. IGA himself. Now, he is in the game. You can fight him if you decide to pay an extra, about, I think it was like $5 or so. You have what's known as the IGA's backpack. What that is essentially gives you an extra quest to pretty much fight Mr. IGA himself. Once you do, you essentially get a new sword called Insatiable, which essentially looks like Miriam is essentially holding a wine glass, throws it on the ground, and summons 4 pillars of purple flame. As well as also get a new weapon called the Whip Sword, which it's kind of not really a weapon per se, but you get the idea. Also, keep in mind, he does not count towards getting every single sword and every single demon in the game. The thing with that is, there is a nice little reward if you manage to get every single sword and every single demon in the game. I know this is going to be spoilers here, but when you get every single demon and every single sword from said demon, what will actually happen is you get something known as Jebel's Glasses. What that is essentially meaning that you have pretty much infinite MP for any sort of thing as well. Oh, and that also counts towards one secret boss in the game. Now, you may already recognize his voice when you do the English version, but I'll essentially say what he is. Now, I did say I did have a trainer on. The trainer is called WeMod. Now, WeMod in itself is actually a really good trainer, and I've had it for quite a while. And far as I know, one of the most recent big updates that they had, or the collaborations, is that they are in collaborating with a guy by the name of Mr. Antifun. Now, I have used Mr. Antifun's trainers before, and he's actually made some really good trainers for a lot of the games that I've played myself, and managed to even get close to 100% in this game. This game and other games. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there and continue on with the story.
やっぱり信じられない。だって私が今生きているのはジーベルのおかげなのよ。
君の信じたい気持ちもわかる。だけど確かな情報なんだ。そして10年前の事件、彼を変えるには十分すぎた。本当にすまない。僕の仲間たちが君たちにしたこと、許されることじゃないんだ。
あなたが謝る必要はないわ。ヨハネスはいつも私たちを守ってくれてたもの。
だけど、
そんな昔のことより今やるべきことを考えるべきだわ。本当にジーベルの仕業なら私が止めなくちゃいけない。
本来なら親友だった僕が。
シャードの実験のためにたくさん戦闘訓練も積んでるし、私のやれることをやるだけよ。ところで、どうして私は10年も眠っていたの？
それが僕にもわからないんだ。分かっているのは時間を止めるような特別な術式の魔法だったこと。それと力の減衰を観測することで ちょうど10年で目覚めるだろうと予測できたことぐらいだ。
そう。
そろそろ目的地に着きそうだ。準備をしておいた方がいいな。そこの箱に必要な装備を入れておいた。まずはそれを取って装備するんだ。
Oh, it's over here. Now, there are actually two types of chests. These chests are pretty much just random equipment chests. There's also other chests that will contain various items here and there. And we also got Sears. Sears is basically sealed to pretty much a kick attack, and knives are what you think they are. I'm gonna go with knife, and of course, fucking god. It looks so stupid. You will give me an egg. I'm not kidding. It looks stupid. But there was a thing that was actually going on for people who essentially donated or like kickstarted this game. That a group of people would actually get an item in the game itself, and this is one of them. And we can also see that we have attack, strength, intelligence, luck, defense, constitution, and mind. I know what attack, defense, strength, and luck does. I don't know what the other ones do. Also got your resist there for what you resist. Body is various body equipment and accessories. You even got a scarf, and of course you got your weapons. You also notice that there's something underneath that. I put known for bullets. Now, bullets don't do a whole lot in the game, except they're used for guns. Also got your swords, conjure, manipulate, inventory for what you have there. Your potions. You also, of course, got what's known as food. I don't know which one it was. I don't think I remember which one it was that had, like, you could make food. I know you could buy food in some of them. But what would happen, it basically gives you a bonus as to your stats. You got your materials, key items, and books. Archives is of course what you expected to do. There are 127 demons in total. Now, a part of those, like of a small selection of those, are bosses. As well as where was it here? Number 42. Number 42 is one that you may not actually see right away. You got your items, and any of the items are of course what you expect them to be. You got your weapons. And then you can see pretty much what the completion rate is based off items, supplies, materials, weapons, head and body armor, accessories, scarves, demons, swords, quests, and techniques. Quest lines, there's only, I believe, 4 different quest lines. Alchemy notes is basically based off of what you can make depending on what you have. Now you will have to find books. Once you find said books, you can be able to get new stuff. And you can already tell, you can also get some stuff here as well. Now some of these things you can get as you play through the game. And some of these are of course things that you can only get once you beat either do one specific thing here and there. A compendium is basically what you expect it to be. It's essentially just a quote-unquote journal, what you get. Personal data is based around, of course, your own stats. What's interesting enough, this is also part of, well, 2 different achievements. Book checkout and a blood volume absorbed. And also map completion. Keep in mind, map completion, this is the hardest achievement ever to get. What's known as cartographer. What that means is basically 100% of the map. That includes every single secret area in the game and the 3 different areas you go to. Techniques are what you expect them to be, and you also got a journal of an unnamed alchemist. Anyway, also got your map completion, enemy kills, gold, playtime. Gold is something that's actually going to come into apparent when we get to that specific boss.
装備できたようだね。それじゃあ次は。
ここは私に任せて。
Anyway, you press X, and we got a sword. Now that right there, far as I know, that is a reference to the Soma Cruz duality, which I probably might play for the channel after this. I might. What I mean by that is, in the Soma Cruz duality, the way that it worked for that was that you would essentially fight an enemy a bunch of times, and you would get pretty much their soul. It's, in a sense, you would get an ability from said enemy. And they give anything from abilities, guardian, and bullet. Bullet essentially being that essentially could be a straight up pretty much sub-weapon of the game. Abilities are anything ranging from pretty much a high jump to a slow glide. And guardian sword is pretty much a passive boost to your character depending on what it is. Here we got a sword, a crystallized form of demon power. It cannot be handled by an ordinary human being. And we got a conjured sword. Now I'm gonna put on the, let's see, which one was it? F2? There you go. I just put on unlimited MP. That is gonna be one of 2 that I use. The other one is Easy Craft. I'll explain what that is when we get into it. I'm not going to be putting on unlimited items, however. What they do is actually kind of bugs out one particular achievement, but I'll explain what that is. Anyway, Conjure Sword is basically press B to trigger a projectile mass that consumes MP. And we got Cerulean Splash, launch a bouncing ball of water at enemies. I think what might dictate this, and I think it's also very similar to you playing like any other game with a luck status, how often the enemy drops a sword. Keep in mind, I might off camera be farming certain enemies over and over again until I get said sword.
今のはシャードか。
久しぶりの感覚だけど、悪魔の力を得るのは気分が良くないわね。
君の体に埋め込まれている結晶、それはシャードと呼ばれる悪魔の力が固体化したものと同調する。その力は強大だけど、少しずつ生身の体を侵食していくんだ。
Now, I'm gonna pretty much say this right away. In the original concept for this game, and it was also the same way with the game Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Did it what it was going to be when the game actually came out. Well, it didn't essentially came out, but they kind of scrapped the idea and got better what we have. In the original Castlevania game, the concept was it was based around kind of a morality system. The morality system of what it was that essentially you played, yes, of course, as Alucard, but it was based off of what you used. In a sense, the less demon powers you use, since it's pretty much Hellfire, Soul Steel, or Dark Metamorphosis, or anything like that, you would essentially have Alucard be pretty much cured of his affliction, and essentially become essentially free from his curse. Or if you pretty much use more demonic powers, you would essentially become Dracula and continue his onslaught of humanity. That'd be what it was. Unfortunately, of course, they scrapped that idea, and since we got what we got. In this case, that's basically a reference as to it, at least as far as I know. But you don't have to actually worry about that. You don't have to worry about that at all. I mean, they were going to do the exact same idea for that. But you don't have to worry about that at all. They may say that, but you don't have to worry about that at all. It won't do anything to the game itself. There is actually you can actually get pretty much a game over in this game. Essentially, the entirety of the game is basically Order of Ecclesia. Now, I'll explain what that is, I guess, when we get around to the end of the game. And also what you have to do with its a reference to Symphony of the Night.
でも今はヨハネスが発見した術式で侵食は止まってるはずよね。
確かにそうだけど、外部からシャードを大量に取り入れて大丈夫という保証は。
だとしても今の私にはこの力が必要だわ。それに自分の体のことは自分が一番わかってるつもり。それにピンチの時はいつもヨハネスが助けてくれるじゃない。
都合のいい頼り方だ。でも信頼されているからには期待に応えないといけないな。ただ無理だけはしないでくれ。
That sounds so fake. That doesn't mean I found for fake. I mean, I could do a better one. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do that.
こんなところにも悪魔が。
城からの悪魔が大量に侵入しているのか。
いい準備運動ね。ちょっと船の掃除をしてくるわ。
And, of course, into Castlevania Fasten, we can also, of course, destroy lamps and candles. By destroying lamps and candles, you can get one of two different things. Alright, let's, Now we're so up. Candles can drop a mana rose when destroyed. A mana rose is a magical rose that slightly replenishes MP. On top of that, it can also, of course, replenish by itself as well. Now, no, I can't do it yet. Nah, I can't do it. I never put on those right now. I thought I could do the jump kick. Anyway, you can also see we got experience there, as well as HP and MP. They're basically what you expect them to be. I'm only putting on MP just to make the game slightly easier. This is one of the areas we're going to. Also, I'm going to check my archives real quick. And that's one. Apparently it's a multi-pet that occasionally leaves the sea to torment the land. And that's Mort. Got nothing there. And of course that's your, now you can tell your map. Yep, and consumable items. As I said, I can also have consumable
これ
items.
は魔力に反応する魔道具ね。手をかざせばいいのかな。
And this is another thing as well. I only will use this very seldomly. Ah, there's another one that I need to get its card for. And yes, you will see me farm these, so I might spend a good bit of time on this. Just to farm that one thing. And we got a level up. far as I know, in terms of level ups, all they do is they give you a slight increase in your stats, as well as an increase in your health and MP. And we got our first, body armor. A common plain dress. Nope, nothing yet. Now keep in mind of one thing, I'm probably doing this very wrongly and I'm supposed to wait till my luck stats. Ow. But, trust me, I'm not giving up on, getting those stars. I like the music. What am I doing on time? Really? I'm a half hour into this? Darn. Oh yeah, and also they can also drop items as well for crafting. But I believe that's the crafting thing I think was from Curse of Darkness. Keep in mind, Curse of Darkness was a rather interesting idea for a game. Gee, it's not giving me anything. I don't know how it is that I'm a half hour into this already. Well, my attack is actually doing some damage. Gee, come on, why am I... Is it based off of luck? If it is actually based off of luck, I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, I could do this, farm some good stuff here. What you're waiting for is them to essentially... Yeah, they do have something. So you're waiting for them to like crystallize. And that's how you know you got a new sword. There it is! Gale Crawler creates a shockwave that travels the ground lagoon and whips enemies apart. Yeah, you may have to like fight the same enemy multiple times over before you can even get now I gotta level up. We got bronze. There we go. Now this is only going to be the first, this is going to be the only time you actually see me farm enemies. When I go around to farming enemies, what's going to happen with that is I'm going to cut the recording, cut it there, and when I come back to it, I will have said sword, and you might see me also a bit leveled up as well. Now, strangely enough, when I first played this, there was actually, this is something you can do to get like journal entries, and it does actually equate to you 100%ing the game. Now, the only thing is, I'm not going to necessarily do that, because that does actually require me to do a lot, and I do mean a lot of, well, finding various areas and doing stuff. But these are basically various attributes you have. Slash, thrust, strike. Thrust is essentially anything to do with like, well, the kung fu suits or any sort of spears. Slash is essentially a sword. And strike, I believe, is any sort of like physical attack that's right close. And you got fire, ice, stunning, light, dark, poison, curse, and stone. Other curse does... Oh, and here's a nice little thing here with... Interesting enough, that's actually Mephistopheles. You may not recognize that unless you played Bloodstained Ritual Curse of the Moon too. Alright, down we go. Let's see let's see what's in this area first. Now, this is a sword that you cannot miss. You get this sword regardless. What's known as the Reckoner swords. And of course, I'm using an Xbox controller. Aim with the right analog stick and press LT to activate. Cast magic towards the aim direction. Flame cannon. Fireball. Oh, I got a critical. Oh, and also, keep an eye out for those. And what I got there was a max MP up. Also, your gold there does play a part in one specific boss fight. Now, the boss fight actually has 3 different sayings depending on how much money you have. I'll explain what that is when we get to said boss. And now we have a map. Also, don't worry about chests respawning. They don't really have a whole lot. When you get chests, the only thing that you really need to actually worry about in terms of things to do with chests are actual key items in the game. And there also is, of course, also swords that are key swords in the game. You do get. Oh, we got ourselves a new weapon. Short sword. Nice little animation that you give them. And here's also a journal here for the flashing air kick. Now, of course, like in the game itself, it does cut MP to use, and in order to 100% the game, you do have to actually use said technique on enemies. I'm not going to subject you to seeing like every single technique. Some techniques you can get regardless, so I might have like a little video set for that. Maybe. Oh. Tattered Scarf. My magic attack does more damage than... You can also upgrade your attacks as well. Upgrade, all that they do is just make them a little stronger and can also make them somewhat broken as well. Also, is the ghost here? Yes, it is. And we got ourselves a new ghost. An apparition that slows the movement of whoever it touches. And my luck is at 6. Again, time for some farming. And I get Ether and Ectoplasma. If I can get it working, I will play Portrait of Ruin as well. Oh good, you're not get. Yeah, unless you have a really good luck stat, you're gonna be doing this a lot. And I'm at 41 minutes. So probably what I'm gonna do is for this first introductory video to the game, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I like to, pretty much what I do in terms of farming enemies. Oh, and another thing, they can also drop money as well. But keep in mind, however, is that you do have to do a ow. And it's gone. A lot of killing the exact same enemy over and over again just to get that sword. But it is necessary to do if you want that reward. Man, how is it not giving me the reward? I want the reward. Also, if you are bored of doing this, you can. There is a second chance in the castle, so don't worry if you don't get it up. If you get bored of doing this. You can easily skip past this if you want to, just pretty much set the video to 2 times speed. Come on, give me the sword. I know you have a sword. Come on, give me the sword. I want to spend. I'm doing this. Oh, Alka-Seltzer is used to dismantle items if you want to go for that item checklist. One more, and then after that I'm moving on. Okay, I'm Alright, fine, I'll move on from this. I'll be one of the I'm gonna see one of the most troublesome swords to get. Oh yeah, the safe wing. Oh, and here's also a code. See that? Oh, that was a 1,000 grand, and I got a max MP. Now we got a gun. What was it? That's exactly what he said it says. If you're going for a gun one, then yeah. Of course, as I said, the first video is gonna be, well, oh yeah, and also, yeah, we'll have to put some things around. I got a whip. Exactly what you think it does. That's a boss door. Not going down there yet. Of course. Save room. And let's see what the first boss is.
ジーベル、やっぱりあなたなの？どうしてこんなことを？
どうして？人間たちが俺たちにしたことを考えればわかるだろう。
10年前の出来事ならヨハネスから聞いた。確かにそれは許されることではないわ。でも今あなたがやっていることは彼らと同じことじゃない。
違う違う違う違う。奴らは俺たちの体を作り変えた。それならこの世界を変える権利が俺にもあるはずだ。来るんだミリアム。お前だけが俺の痛みを分かち合える。俺たちはすでに人間ではないんだ。
人間ではないか。あなたからその言葉を聞くとは思わなかったわ。覚えてる？それは昔私があなたに言った言葉よ。
そんなことは
どうでもよくない。生きる希望を失っていた私はあなたの言葉に勇気づけられたの。力そのものに善悪はない。力
ジーベル様、そろそろ戻りませぬと。
ミリアム、悪いが昔話はここまでだ。俺を止めに来たのだろう。ならば俺を探し出してみろ。その道中お前はシャードを取り込み悪魔の力を使わなければならないはずだ。それでもまだ自分を人間だと思うんだ。その時もう一度話を聞いてやる。行くぞグレモリ。
And here comes the first boss. And man, it looks so ridiculous. I'm keeping this on for the entirety of the playthrough, by the way. And here comes the boss that, ah, there goes the no damage. Let's keep whacking her. Anyway, still pretty well just try to fight you with her tentacles. Once he does that, he does pretty much a glorified water burst. It is very easy to avoid. On top of that, she'll also pretty much spew water balls at you, and she can also summon enemies as well. That's that. So very easy to defeat. And there we go, and this is also a boss crystal. What we get? Flashing tentacles. Attack foes with one of best parts tentacles.
一瞬だけど、あれは私の知ってるジーベルの顔だった。
Bloodstained.
In case you're wondering who that was, I'll explain who that was.
ついたね。
ここは村。ひどく荒らされているわ。
悪魔たちの進行が思ったより早いな。さあ行こう。この先に協力者が待ってるはずだ。
ちょっと待って。悪魔の気配を感じる。私が先に行くわ。
And here we get a few new enemies. The giant rat and the bone moth.
助かりましたわ、ミリアム。私を知ってる？
遅くなってすまないドミニク。
この人が協力者なのね。
はじめまして。私はドミニク。
はじめまして。私はミリアムよ。
約束通りミリアムを連れてきてくれて感謝しますわ。
君の頼みだからそれは構わないけど、ミリアムの意志があるとはいえ彼女を危険にさらすんだ。ちゃんと説明はしてほしいな。
そうね。この事件にシャードリンカー・ジーベルが関わっていることは伝えました。
それは間違いないわ。本人と話したから。
あったのか、ジーベルに。
それなら話は早いですわね。シャードリンカーによって再び起こされた悪魔の大召喚、そして そのタイミングでもう一人のシャードリンカーが眠りから覚める。
確かにそうだけど、ミリアムを戦わせることに僕は賛成はしてない。
それを決めるのはあなたではありません。ミリアムを連れてきていただいたのは、被害に遭っているこの村の現状を見てもらい、ミリアムの意思を確認するわ。どうミリアム？
この村のこともそうだけど、私はジーベルを止めなければならないの。彼と。
ありがとう。そしてごめんなさい。全てを任せることになってしまって。
ごめんね。話に夢中になってて。お嬢ちゃん、怪我はなかった？
ありがとうお姉ちゃんたち。
どういたしまして。お名前を教えてくれる？アンいい名前ね。ここは危険だから安全な場所に行きましょうね。一緒に来てもらえるかしら？先ほど調べておいたのですが、この辺りが安全そうでしたわ。
確かに。
ヨハネスと私たちはここでミリアムをサポートすることにいたします。
ミリアムを一人で行かせるわけには。
ミリアムは戦闘訓練も受けていると聞いております。それであれば私もあなたも足。
いや、でも
私一人で大丈夫よ。そんなに心配しないで。
分かった。僕たちはここで僕たちのできることをするよ。
そうと決まれば準備を始めましょう。
くれぐれも無理はしないでくれ。それと連戦はいつでもできるように準備しておく。
分かったわ。
怪我しないでね、強いお姉ちゃん。
任せて。
Ah, the Waystone. That's going to be important for 3 Pacific quest lines. Now we go over here. Here's the one of the main meats of the game, which I believe this is a reference to Curse of Darkness. The reason why I say that is because in Curse of Darkness, you would get materials throughout the entirety of the game, even having to steal materials from enemies. And what would happen is you would use those materials to get various items and various weaponry, including a baseball bat. Yep, that's right. It's one of the strange weapons you can get, but you can get a straight up baseball bat.
やあ、来たね。ここにこんな設備を揃えるなんて、教会の力ってすごいね。
ほんとびっくりだわ。
じゃあここでできることだけど、いくつかの素材を連成することでいろいろなアイテムを作ることができるんだ。まずは習うより慣れろだ。こっちで用意した素材でまずは連成してみよう。さて、何を連成する？
And of course you can make whatever you want. Now this is where I'm going to put on Easy Craft. Now, as you can possibly tell, you can make all sorts of things.
これにしようかな。これにしようかな。これにしようかな。
The reason why I have Easy Craft on here is so that I can do them regardless.
これにしようかな。
Got gunpowder.
これにしようかな。
And I can also, of course, make get to the different items here. And first,
これにしようかな
as you can already can tell, I'm going to be making each one.
これにしようかなこれにしようかな
Also, where is it here? I know it's here somewhere. Where is it here? Oh, it's not here yet. If you actually want to have the strongest weapon, that's right, the strongest weapon in the game, what's known as the Eternal Blue. It is the strongest weapon in the game. And look at everything here. I think for the most part, yeah, I want to fit my luck up as much as possible, so unfortunately I'm not gonna have the
これにしようかなこれにしようかな
go to prepare, and you can give
こ
yourself,
れにしようかなこれにしようかな
and that's my computer designed to
これに
essentially
しようかなこれにしようかな
other thing is, keep in mind, is that you do have to actually do this
これにしよう
for a quest line. Of course, one thing is also going to be very apparent, I won't necessarily show off the quest lines. The 4 quest lines are simple. Once you do this, there'll be a woman that will
こ
appear,
れにしようかな
and Silpity will ask you to essentially avenge the death of
これにしようかな
said person. Each of those people you'll instantly recognize as people from the Castlevania
これに
series.
しようかな
And what they'll ask you to do is kill X amount of enemies, or one specific enemy.
これにしようかな
Off camera, I'll be doing a lot of those quest lines, as well as also farming for obvious
これにしようかな
swords.
これ
And
に
I'll explain a bit to you what each sword does.
これにしようかなこれにしようかな
And so there's each of those, and you can also enhance your swords. Enhancing swords, all that it does pretty well increases a certain thing. As well, on top of that, each one of course does have one specific thing that you do actually need to get. And I'm about to noble out. You can also dismantle ammo to get materials, which I'm not going to be doing.
一度錬成したアイテムはドミニクのお店に卸しておくので、そこで購入できるように手配しておけ。
Yeah, and that's another thing as well, is that once you make that specific item, it will immediately become available. So let's say you wanted to have, I don't know, you ran out of potions, and you came back here to resupply. You can buy those potions, and you don't have to worry about farming for materials.
それと僕の知ってる範囲にはと素材から何ができるかは教えられるかな。だけど僕の知らないアイテムはどこかでレシピを手に入れる必要があるね。手に入れたら持ってきてくれ。
What that means is throughout the entirety of the game, the main area of the game, you'll find books based off equipment, such as ultimate equipment, diamond equipment, stuff like that. You'll find those specific things in order to get much better equipment, as well as also getting, as well, the best gun in the game, as well as also the best ammo in the game, known as diamond ammo, and I forget the name of it now, but it basically made it look like it was pretty much like a laser bolt going right straight towards the enemy.
わかったわ
それと君が手に入れた悪魔の結晶、つまりシャードのことだけど、これもアイテムと同じように錬成ができる。シャードによって決まった素材が必要だけど、おおむね利便性が上がる方向に編成できるはずだよ。機会があったら試してみてくれ。
シャードも錬成できるってことか。
あと僕も含めてなんだけど、今まで生きるのに精一杯だったから基本的な栄養が足りてないんだ。材料を持ってきてくれれば料理も錬成することができる。新しい食事をとることでまだ成長する余地があると思うんだ。
What he basically says there, and I may have said this earlier, is that essentially you can actually get also books based off of different meals. And that pretty much is an instant boost to your character. You also need to actually do this as well for a specific quest line in the game as well. That when you do the quest line, gives you something known as the recycled hat, which essentially makes it so that any ammo that you use will never get used. So essentially you have pretty much infinite ammo throughout the entirety of the game, and can even use diamond ammo. Yeah, eating a new food for the first time will provide Miriam with a stat boost. Which I'll show off right now. Animation on a road that takes you wherever your pixels require concentration. This essentially is just a glorified teleport back to the main area. And see you there, first time bonus. Oh, and in case you're wondering, it's a permanent boost. And there we go. And there you go. All that food right there pretty much just boosts up my HP by 120, 5 intelligence, 5 luck, 30 max MP, 7 constitution, 10 mind. As well, you can also get a quick charge, which basically means the MP will actually replenish more quickly, as well as also a boost to your experience gauge. And yeah, as you can see, as you play through the game, you'll get more, discover more. Oh, so he's not there yet. Okay, it probably will happen after I go out.
Ara, いらっしゃい。初めてですから。説明させていただきますわ。
お願いします。
ここはアイテムを売買できるいわゆるショップですわ。本来なら無料で支援したいところですが、ここでは教会の資本もそう簡単に入れることもできません。きちんとサポートするためにも申し訳ありませんが、
サポートしてもらえなくなるのはもっと困るから理解したわ。
あとここではシャードの買い取り。
それって大丈夫？
もちろんですわ。買い取ったシャードは教会が責任を持って浄化させていただきます。
Now, because I played this game myself probably 3 different times, just either just I wanted to play right through it and do whatever I wanted to do with it all 3 times. And even of course use a secret sword in the game, which is needed to have full 100% of it. This first time, you'll probably not get it right away as to what's going on. Why exactly C wants swords. But it also is a good way to make a lot of money in the game, so you won't necessarily get any idea for that.
そのため、買い取りはできますけれども、売ることはできませんわ。シャードの特性上、同じものを複数持つことで強くなりますが、同時に強くなる限界もあります。それとこれが一番気がかりなのですが、
侵食が進むかもしれないけど、
それでも余ったシャードは積極。
心配してくれてありがとう。
これで説明は終了ですわ。
Yeah, I can sell swords, but
どれを買ってくれるのかしら。
I never do. But basically, based off that, you can get some anything here for various things like here, materials, basic ingredients, materials, key items, weapons, ammo, body, different armor, accessories, scarves. That's roughly about it.
あ、これを渡すのを忘れていましたわ。
わかったわ。
それと安全なこの場所に生き残った人たちも呼んでおきましたわ。
And now there are going to be 4 different people that come up. Now, 3 of them you can instantly interact with, and the 3 of them basically are... Well, one essentially is a fetch quest, but 2 of them are fetch quests. One of them is essentially kill X amount of enemies, and one is find one specific guy 3 different times in 3 different areas.
皆さんは一様に悩みを抱えています。
できる範囲で構わないなら。
それで大丈夫ですわ。ではいつでもいらしてね。
The Barrett's key. Now that right there, you can't do anything with that as of yet because you need something known as the silver bromide. Now the silver bromide is actually gotten when you play through the game. And there they are. Now of course the one going that way is a fetch quest for various foods you have. And there's this one.
聞いておくれよ。化け物たちが突然襲ってきたんだ。私たちは必死で逃げたよ。
他の人たちは？
ほとんど殺されたよ。私の旦那も含めてね。許せないんだよ。みんなを殺
私にできる。
恩に切るよ。
ミリアム。
よろしくミリアム。その情報をあんたに伝えるか。
わかった。
私が集めた化け物の情報はこんなところだね。
And see, basically this is one of the quest lines that you can do. Essentially, this one is basically kill X amount of enemies for one specific enemy and be able to play and you'll get a reward.
この仕事は私の旦那の弔いさ。
And that's basically about it. So to pretty much recap, now quest lines are basically what they are. You got one food fest quest line, one is an item quest line which you can doing the quest line you get what's known as Solomon's Wing, which basically doubles the chances of getting swords out of enemies. This one right up here is basically a quote-unquote kill quest, kill an target amount of enemies in order to, well, get a specific item. There's also a guy where you can give him a seed, and I think it's based off of a time spent in the castle itself. That's a shop where you can instantly get various things. And over here is what's known pretty much as alchemy. And basically the thing is, here essentially give you various items that you can get in the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a save right here. I am well over an hour into the recording. An hour 14 by the, well, looks here, and I know pretty well from the most, but yeah, you can already tell that, yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that it also tells me the time as well. There. Now, I will say, yes, I am pretty much a little late actually recording this because I had to do some other things. There's other things to go bump, do the dishes with obvious things, make some bread, and, well, cut some wood that was too long for the stove. Either I pretty much just forgot about it or something along that line, but it was too big for a, well, a medium-sized hole. I'll say that much. Oh yeah, I think if I also hold up, she does this. Which I have no idea why she does that. I legitimately don't know why she does that. I don't know if it's like a pose or something that she does, but she does it. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna call the episode here, first episode here. Now I will say this is also a little longer than what I would normally do for games like this. And as I said before, when I, of course, find certain like enemies here and there where I'm going to farm them, I'm going to cut the recording there. And I even tell you that I'm going to cut the recording to farm that one specific enemy for that one specific sword here and there. As well as also you'll see might see me also with a little bit of different equipment in terms of my attack may skyrocket from 14 to like 50 or something like that. But as I said, off camera I'll be doing a lot of farming in terms of farming for one specific sword. The easy crafting I'm going to be keeping on there for obvious reasons, but off camera I'll be of course getting a lot of various weaponry and stuff already done there, as well as also enhancing my swords and everything like that, and various things like that. So with that being said, thank you for watching my playthrough here, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Subscribe if you want to check out other videos I've done in the past, or to stay tuned for future videos on the channel. Comment down below what you think of this game. As well, if you have any other games you want me to try on the channel, be sure to let me know down below. Until next time, stay 20% cooler, and I'll see you in the next video, my friends. Bye bye.